Hi, thanks for joining me again this Wednesday. Today we're going to talk about walk-ins. Some people call them step-ins. This is strictly in my opinion and in my experience. I've said it once, I've said it twice, I've said it 1,000 times. Nobody does everything the same way. No two people butter toast the same way. So everything I'm going to talk about in the next few minutes is things that I have witnessed, and I will call that experience. A walk-in is not a possession. A possession is a spirit going into somebody's body where your own personal soul or spirit is still in. That is not what we're going to be talking about today. This is totally different. A walk-in is when a person dies and there is an earthbound spirit around when this happens, and as soon as that person's spirit leaves the body, this earthbound spirit will walk in, hence walk in. Now, I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm in a car accident and I die at the scene. I'm having surgery done and die on the operating table or in the recovery room. Somebody has murdered me, attempted to murder me. Suicide. Okay, so let's go with, let's say suicide. So I have killed myself. My spirit has left my body, but there's an earthbound spirit in the vicinity right there. So as soon as my spirit leaves, this spirit comes in. This spirit has its own personality, its own likes, its own dislikes. It may not be anything to do with my likes or dislikes, but my body is dead. I am out of that person. So now this new person is in my body. I don't think they can remember that. I don't know that for sure. I think I would have to be at that person's funeral when the walk-in is out, and I could ask. That opportunity has never presented itself. And just so you know, that is not a ghost behind me. It's lightning and thundering here. So that's what you're seeing in the background. Now again, I'll use myself as an example. Say I was 21, 22 and killed myself. A younger person, approximately the same age, will usually go into a person's body that is that age. I have never seen a young person's soul or earthbound spirit walk into a 75-year-old person, but it's not uncommon for earthbounds to sort of stay in their same age group. Just like I've never seen a walk-in of a child. The youngest I have ever seen was 16. And there was actually an 18-year-old walk-in in that guy's body. Okay, I personally do not care for pineapple, strawberries, coconut. So my spirit has left my body, and there's a walk-in in my body now. So I'm doing my normal thing. I'm with my family. And all of a sudden, somebody brought a strawberry pie, and I could sit there and eat the whole thing, and everyone's looking around going, she hates strawberries. Why is she even eating strawberries? Another example that actually happened, it was a very prominent family in a very, very upscale New York setting, and the mother was always called Mother. The son always called his mother, Mother. As soon as her son, as she told me, attempted suicide, well, this young man Earthbound walked into her son's body, never used the word mother once in his whole life. Hey, Ma. Ma, can I ask you a question? Totally different. So when I have somebody call me and say, I don't know what's wrong with my child, I don't know what's wrong with my mother, she's like a total personality change. She likes things now she never liked. She hates things now that she never hated. The first thing I'm going to ask is, was there an attempted suicide? Was there a bad car accident where it was touch and go? Did the surgeon come out of an operating room or out of the recovery room and say, your father actually, we had to bring him back. He actually died. My little flag goes off in my head when this happens. Let's go with the suicide. A lot of college students actually attempt suicide, and that's what the parents will tell me. They attempted suicide, but we got them. Sorry, you did not get them. They died. Your son died. That is a walk-in in your son's body. Looks like him, sounds like him, however, does not act like him. It's pretty interesting and it's heart-wrenching, talking to these parents and telling them, this young man sitting next to you is your son's body, but it's not your son. And there's so many examples that I could go into that we just don't have time to do. But it's trial and error, and it's trying to figure out exactly who it is in that person's body. I have found out, or I have not seen, an earthbound in a woman's body, or an earthbound man, or an earthbound woman in a man's body, or an earthbound man in a woman's body. They tend to stay in their same female-male roles. Again, doesn't mean it can't happen. I've just never seen it. And I am having an event at the Spitzer Conference Center on the Lorraine campus, community campus, on June 23rd from 1 to 3. If any of you from this area are attending that, bring up that question. I can give you 10,000 examples of things that are totally different, and in some cases how I've had to prove to the family that that spirit that was in the person they're questioning is actually gone. And it's really hard, but this happens. In all the years I've been doing this, I've probably seen it 14 or 15 times. It's not common, but it certainly can happen, and I was really surprised at the number of letters I received questioning this. So that's why we're talking about this today. Next week we will go back to the regular questions. They're coming in. I love it, love it, love it. And this storm is not getting any better, and so it's definitely time for me to say bye till next week.